I think it's the beginning of the age of Bitcoin and the return of gold.
Yeah, I don't doubt that one bit, because we have now the deglobalization and de-dollarization, which will be superseded by the age of individual sovereignty. And the way to fund that is through Bitcoin. If you have your keys, it's unconfiscatable and it's hard money. So this is the first time ever in the history of humans that you've had an unconfiscatable hard money available to individuals. And this will give rise to a globe of individually sovereign individuals. The nation state will subside and the role of fiat money will collapse, and we'll have a new era.
It was rigged. The system was rigged. The fact that they could print money and give it to their buddies on Wall Street. The supporters of our fiat system, the Keynesians, they would be very, very angry if we ever talked about gold.
At that time, Bitcoin was universally hated. I mean, people talk about it now, people on Wall Street are buying it, and it's become a Veblen good. You know, the fact that the price is rising, there's now people who are status seekers and consumers are buying Bitcoin because the price is going high. But back in 2012, when it was less than $10, and less than $20, people hated it with a passion, and they hated the fact that even we were talking about it. And yeah, a lot of people did buy it, and they did become millionaires.
And so anytime, Max, this is back in the day when you used to always move the price of Bitcoin. If Keiser report talked about Bitcoin, the price would go up. That's happened again in the past week.
That's happening again, yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, I feel myself, Max Keiser, I feel I'm most closely aligned with Satoshi Nakamoto spiritually, and just I feel because of my work in the 1990s developing virtual currencies. So I feel I'm channeling Satoshi in a way that no one else does, and inspire people to buy Bitcoin the way no one else does. That's why we've created hundreds of thousands of millionaires all over the world with Bitcoin, and because the obvious connection to individual sovereignty and escape from the nation state and the tyranny of fiat money is obvious. And that message is now getting through to people like Joe Kernan at CNBC. He's now become a Bitcoin drone. Or not Art Carney. I'm thinking of the honeymooners. I mean, Mark Carney over there at the Bank of England in London. He's now almost gotten to the point of being a Bitcoin drone. He now is embracing digital currencies as a global solution against the dollar. The solution for the Gilets jaunes is Bitcoin. The solution to the protests in Hong Kong is Bitcoin. The solution to the oppression in Egypt is Bitcoin. It has the same solution. You have all these groups are protesting. Once the penny drops or the Bitcoin drops and they understand this, then you'll see that $100,000 price pretty quickly.
And it is the dawning of the age of Satoshi Nakamoto. And quickly, the last headline, Japan's pension fund warns of global investing losses. So Japan's pension fund is the largest in the world. It's $1.5 trillion. There's the government pension investment fund, GPIF. And they say global markets have become so synchronized that money managers risk losing on every front, according to Hiromichi Mizuno, Chief Investment Officer of the world's largest pension fund.
Right, and that leaves only gold and Bitcoin. So the huge Japanese pension fund could be the one to break ranks and go into Bitcoin. And then you'll have FOMO, fear of missing out, and game theory kick in, and every pension fund will go into Bitcoin. Then you get $100,000 million per Bitcoin.